This week on the Muse, Perris celebrates its 110th birthday, and she's looking pretty good for her age. Quick look back at the history of our beautiful city. Also, the 2021 graduation parade is less than a month away. Here's how you can get your graduating senior registered. Plus, Spring Cleanup Day is this Saturday, May 15th. How you can do your part to keep our city clean. It's all ahead on the Muse, and it starts right now. Hello, City of Perris. I'm Stephen Hale from the Clarence Muse Center in Perris, California, and welcome to the Muse. The Perris Valley Historical Museum and Association recently held a celebration of the City of Perris's 110th birthday. During a ceremony on Saturday, May 8th at the Perris Santa Fe Depot Garden, the City Council and Perris residents participated in a celebration festivity while learning all about the history of our city. The association set up centennial panels of our history and displays of historic families from our past, as well as gave tours of the archives in the Bank of Perris. Perris is named in honor of Fred T. Perris, chief engineer of the California Southern Railroad. The railroad connected through the city in the 1880s, connecting the present-day cities of Barstow and San Diego. The Perris station came online in April 1886, and by 1887, 6 passenger trains and 2 freight trains stopped at Perris daily, and rapid growth followed for several years. And eventually, Perris officially incorporated as a city in 1911. The Perris Valley Historical Museum is now reopening on Saturdays and Sundays only from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and by appointment only for weekdays. Contact the Perris Valley Historical Museum at 951-956-9081 to make an appointment. For more information, visit PerrisValleyHistoricalMuseum.com. And the month of May is Asian Pacific American Heritage Month and is a time to recognize the contributions Asian Americans have made throughout the history of our great nation. For more on these contributions, here's Karina Espinoza.
Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month is a month to celebrate and pay tribute to the contributions generations of Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders have made to American history, society, and culture. The origin of Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month dates back to the 95th Congress from 1977 to 1978, when 5 joint resolutions were introduced proposing that a week in May be designated to commemorate the accomplishments of Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders. On March 28, 1979, President Carter issued Proclamation 4650, the first presidential proclamation for Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Week. He spoke of the significant role Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders have played in the creation of a dynamic and pluralistic American society with their contributions to the sciences, arts, industry, government, and commerce. This law called on the people of the United States to observe Asian Americans and Pacific Islander Heritage Month with appropriate ceremonies, programs, and activities. On May 14, 1991, a public law was passed unanimously by Congress and signed by President George H.W. Bush, requested that the President proclaim May 1991 and May 1992 as Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Months. The law also recognized the significance of May 7th and May 10th in the history of Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders. May 7, 1843, is the date on which the first Japanese immigrants arrived in the United States, while May 10, 1869, the first transcontinental railroad in the United States was completed with significant contributions from Chinese pioneers. By 1992, Congress passed a public law that permanently designated May of each year as Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month.
Thanks, Karina. For the second year in a row, the City of Perris will host a graduation parade for the 2021 high school graduation class, held on Saturday, June 12th at 6 p.m. Last year, the event was held due to the ongoing pandemic and was a welcomed consolation prize to the class of 2020, who had graduation ceremonies canceled, hosting nearly 80 graduating seniors. With the 2020 parade becoming such a hit, the Perris City Council opted to bring it back for this year's class as well. The event will begin at the Southern California Railway Museum and proceed downtown through D Street, ending up at the Perris City Hall campus. Space is limited to 1 vehicle per graduating high school senior. All graduating 2021 high school seniors are welcome to participate. Graduating seniors and their families can decorate their cars in honor of their graduating senior and will also be entered into a raffle to win a prize. Pre-registration for this event is required and can be made using the Civic Rec portal on our city website. For more information, please contact the Community Services Department at 951-943-6603. And now for a look at your 5-day forecast, here's Karina with the weather.
Thanks, Stephen. Things will be warm to end the week, cooling off as we head into the weekend. The wind will continue to blow mostly out of the west. The UV index will top out at 10 out of 10, and there will also be a 20% chance of rain on Sunday. So if you're going to be outdoors, carry water, sunblock, and an umbrella with you just in case. Stay cool, Perris. Back to you, Stephen.
Thanks, Karina. Might get a little rain this weekend, so we'll look out for that. And finally today, 2 quick announcements from our code enforcement team. First off, weed abatement season officially began on Monday, April 26th, 2021. The city is asking residents to please conduct maintenance to your property by removing dry or high weeds. The Code Enforcement Division will begin to issue notices to remind those properties in violation, and the whole city thanks you for your cooperation. And secondly, don't forget about the Shred-a-thon and trash drop-off on our Spring Cleanup Day coming up this Saturday on May 15th from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Proof of residency is required and a maximum limit of 9 tires is in place, while rims will not be accepted. The Shred-a-thon will be held at the City Hall campus, while the trash drop-off will be held at the Southern California Railway Museum. Bring your old papers and large trash item, and let's do our part to keep Perris a beautiful place to work, live, and play. And that'll do it for your Weekly Muse. Don't forget to follow us on the Perris Today Facebook page, and be sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at City of Perris, and subscribe to the Perris TV YouTube channel for around-the-clock continued coverage from wherever you are from your tablet or smartphone device. From the Clarence Muse Center in Perris, California, I'm Stephen Hale, and that's the Muse.